recently read a book that may have sparked a war. Currently in my junior year of high school, my mom is my American literature teacher, while my grandmother is my U.S. history teacher. As my grandmother walks through notable events of our great nation, my mom supplies me with American poetry and prose that complement the time frame of my history lessons. As we entered the pre-Civil War and wartime period, I was directed to examine the American novel Uncle Tom's Cabin. When published in book form in 1852, Smithsonian Libraries declared, it was an international bestseller, second only at that time to the Bible. Today, I will discuss the author, characters, and setting of this consequential American novel. Firstly, let's begin with the author, Harriet Beecher Stowe. She was born in 1811 in Hartford, Connecticut. She was raised in an educated and morally sound family, which influenced her later writings. In her adult life, she moved to Cincinnati, Ohio, where she taught at a theological seminary. There, she was separated from a slave-holding community only by the Ohio River. There, she gathered many experiences by encountering fugitive slaves. Later, she moved to Maine, where she began to write a long tale of slavery, which was published sequentially in the National Era, an abolitionist paper in Washington, D.C. When published in novel form, Uncle Tom's Cabin sold over 300,000 copies and was translated into other languages and sold in many other countries. One reason this book became such a popular and important and influential book were its unforgettable characters. While there are many characters who influence this story, I will focus on those who play a major role in the plotline. Uncle Tom is the main character. He serves as the Christian model, and he shows the struggle of slavery. George Shelby, Tom's first master, displays the needs for slavery in 1840s society. George Shelby Jr., the son of Uncle Tom's first master, connects with Tom over the reading of scripture. Illustrating the moral struggle of those who benefited from the institution of slavery was Augustine St. Clair, Tom's second master. Simon Legree, Tom's third master, exhibited the brutal reality of slavery. These characters are all significant in Tom's plight. And while there are many subplots, I will focus on the main arc of the story. The setting takes place in the 1840s, highlighting locations in Kentucky and Louisiana. The rising action follows the exchange of Tom through his many masters. It exhibits his growth in his faith as well as moments of doubt. The climax involves the final test of Tom's faith through his stand in his beliefs in God as well as his convictions. Because of this, Tom dies due to wounds inflicted by Simon Legree. Tom dies as a martyr for the Lord. The following action consists of George Shelby Jr. freeing his slaves and working to end slavery as a result of witnessing Tom's death. The conclusion ends with Harriet Beecher Stowe swearing that these characters are based in reality and that slavery is an unchristian constitution that must be eliminated. In closing, we have taken a look at the author, significant characters, and main plot of this American novel. Learning more about this book allows us to have a deeper understanding of an important time period of American history. This book has been charted as one of the many factors of the Civil War. Documented in an article from Civil War on the Western Border, according to legend, when Abraham Lincoln met Harriet Beecher Stowe, his words were, "So this is the little woman who wrote the book that started this great war."
Yeah, you did it.